All right, welcome back. I am streaming tonight. It's a late start, so we'll see how far we get through. But I've been working on this. Just been throwing a lot of things against the wall lately to see what works. Um, Something that I wanted to try again was the end game of Elvish Reclaimer. I think the last time I streamed with Elvish Reclaimer, we actually 5-0'd. So it was actually worth almost 2 months ago. Let me see. Bring up the list. We're playing a list not too far from it, but what I learned was here's the list. One drops are just really good in a Cradle deck, so I wanted to play as many as I could. Our list is close to this tonight, but not. Sorry to hear that decent. Yeah, I saw your image earlier. That matchup is just very hard. It's like playing against the Nettle Elves deck. It's from play patterns perspective. They're very redundant. They just have a lot of threats, and it's gonna be fair for any non like very tempo or combo deck to beat it because the deck is very redundant and because of the mana base, planar nexus, it's not that easy to hate them out too. So like it just feels like you're. I don't think any mid range or control deck is gonna be able to beat that deck on average. But we'll see how we do. Sorry to hear that, by the way. Uh, I'm trying to him in the sideboard. I don't know I feel about that, but thought about playing that main. Thought about playing the crop main, but we'll see. Um, there's probably a lot of ring decks right now, so I think the oof main might be decent. I thought about the invigorate main too for its worth. Some, we'll see how it goes. I don't want to stress it too much. Four lands. That's a mulligan. I guess oops all spells. It's not gonna be my day, I guess. I guess we try and just curve. I think we're just dead. There's nothing we can do here. Brian Cook actually posted about this. I It boggles my mind that people like they that the committee or Carmen wants to protect this deck when in at no other point in Magic's history do we allow a turn one combo that is able to play lands. There's also a one card combo, but that's neither here nor there. I don't mind losing on turn one, like not at all. Except this is unique because this is a one card combo, and no other one card combo, has ever been able to really have a resilient game the way that they are allowed to. But that's neither here nor there. I don't. Even, did they even have pack up to? Maybe a lot of times they just have like pack negation up to one, two, three. I don't know. Like obviously I'm biased. I've never liked this deck, even when they weren't playing MBFCs. But it got exacerbated when they were allowed to. Mm, I think that's how I board against them. don't think I need a second bossing say. It's kind of awkward. Let me check my sideboard map. Like I don't want to like harp on it too much, but I just don't see what this deck adds to the format personally. Aside from letting grinders on MTG, which is like triple Q, I guess. Yeah, just the one of. I needed a card that like ideally had game against combo, mapped against control, playable against aggro. I guess. Sure. It's not that I can't beat this deck either. It's just like it warps how you're allowed to build the sideboard because it requires very specific answers. And even if you do have the specific answers, they have like multiple jukes, and because they're allowed to play lands, they because they're allowed to play lands. I think I'm just gonna do this. Pass. Oh, I messed up. I was supposed to ramp there, but that's okay. That way I have enough mana next turn. Sure. I still can ramp, I guess, because I have this arbor here. I can also get like just two wasteland and see if they're just out of the game, but we'll see about that. Yeah, let's do that. We're doing that for sure. I guess we're just gonna do it as well. Mhm. The echoing deeps, ironically, would be decent here. We cannot hit that land now. I think we just get an arbor. Yeah. Just pass. Here, having the double waste actually hurt us because we're bogged in response to whatever they do. We're gonna ferry them too. Oh, they're not going to. Interesting. They're not going to do it here. This mana base already looks like him maybe a stretch. Thank you for the sub, D said. 52 month streak is very impressive. Considering, especially, I haven't streamed much lately. I would be in a better spot right now if I had ramp instead of playing the instead of tunnel visioning into the Sylvan Safekeeper. I would have more mana available. I would have been able to. I forgot with both Wasteland and a Yard. I can't actually set up a bossing say lock now. Now maybe it doesn't matter. Like our opponent is slow playing. We're gonna bash. Wasteland didn't end up mattering here, but this is what I mean, right? Like allowing a turn one combo deck to play a longer game is just something else. This bossing say not being there is wrongly annoying. I'll get a collective just in case, and then do that and leave 2 mana up. It would have been slow this game too, for what it's worth. Like bossing say Wasteland is a lot of mana, and I'm always gonna play kind of poorly. My first game of the night. Them drawing that hard casting that is like kind of annoying. That I can't wasteland them out of the game because I spent it early. That's my fault though, but it is what it is. I think I'm just gonna bash with a bunch of these. They probably block the reclaimer. I better not attack with that. They can only block with one. Oh shoot. Okay, that's fine. We'll grow the Ironically enough, if I kept it natural order, this game would be very different right now. We got our tracks already. Like they're just not going for it, and it's like kind of annoying for us now. Very odd game. I'm fairly certain neither side played perfectly. We saw okay. What are we doing now? I don't think we want the talent gates. Just because of this weird board state that we got into. We do probably need to keep cognizant track of that wasteland because we weren't able to just like cut them off resources. Granted, they had a gazillion lands that game, anyways, so maybe it just doesn't matter. Let me see if I want anything besides what we just did right now. I feel like we board it correctly. Like, I don't think we want the second bossing say because, ironically enough, this is the matchup where the Echoing Deeps is better than bossing say. I think so too. Nice. This is why I like the one of Leyline the Boy. Like, go ahead and board in your. I'm like tank on a little bit. I guess I don't need to because they kept anyways. And then you can go ahead and board in your Force of Big if you want for the one haymaker, right? Question here is like, do I waste them or do I thought seize them here? Name Elvish Reclaimer. Sure. I think we're better off just thought seizing them here. Then that allows us to build our game plan, right? They have no answer for it. I think I just take the Dark Ritual, right? Like, how are they beating this Layla of the Void? Yo, Mario, how's it going? Like, I don't see how they're beating the Layla of the Void here. So, probably just take the Dark Ritual and, like, prevent them from, playing magic, so to speak, right? Waste them here. We've been well, Mario. Okay, the question here is like, are we gonna Once Upon a Time or are we gonna play a land? We play a land. We have 3 mana next turn. If we play this, we have 2 mana next turn. But I think we prioritize being able to once and play a Water the Reliquary potentially. Also, if they play a Thoughtseize, we just like get a land or something. Oh, the collective here is just really good, right? Like cut their mana. We play a white. They may hold Wasteland. So one of the ways we lose now is if they one of the ways we lose now is if they Belcher us. I think we just slam this and then go. Right. Not to mention it cuts off mana, right? Yeah. All right. Like I don't think they're gonna draw green card for Force of Figure, right? That's what I mean, right? I like to play like 1 to 2 ley line because like how do you defend against that? You can't really. It's why you see like JPA or some of these other players. Look at their sideboards, like 12-ish 1 drops. Maybe is like you can't defend against that because if they don't have it, then your answer is like real bad a lot of times. Like if you're gonna board Force of Vigor for the 1 ley line, and then I just like have a Thoughtseize hand or Fair Macabre hand, right? Like your hand is like real bad. All right. Another classic 3 land, one of which is like a oof and a Once Upon a Time. You can't keep that. Yeah, it's just like one of these things, right? Like you still have your some number because whatever you deem is the minimum threshold for turn 0 interaction, you still should play that. It's just that if you can diversify, it just makes your deck so much more difficult to play against. Also, somebody like me, where I play mostly online, it's tougher because I don't know what my opponent is on, but I'm just gonna do that. I guess I like the Reclaimer here. Rarely am I gonna not take the Once Upon a Time. Okay, I'm glad I didn't take. Well, yeah, now I'm glad I didn't take that Thoughtseize. Right, there's an argument to be made. I should have like thrown back the land, and then Once Upon a Time can find it in case I top deck a land. But then I don't really want to play that kind of game either. We just have to hope we don't top deck any more lands. Third land is probably fine. So I think in hindsight, yeah. Um, in hindsight, maybe I put back a land. We draw the land there. Granted, if we do that, then we have to hope the Once Upon a Time finds a land. That's not really an area where like I don't want to play with fire. So I think we did the safe decision. The greedy or risk, high reward play would have been putting back a land, and then if you do hit a land there, which is like 40-ish%, then you can find something like gas, right? But I think you don't want to play fire, especially if they're on like stifle or some random thing. I say that, I bet you they're gonna stifle us now. Hey, how's it goes, Tony? So we set the reclaimer up because uh, presumably they're gonna like deal with a water reliquary, and then on our turn, if they deal with it, we still have an active reclaimer that can protect the second water reliquary. This is probably one of the most, if not the most, difficult deck that I've ever played. There's like the sequencing is very rigorous for this version. Everything's going good. Just been really tired lately because of work, and my son's got a lot of energy at this stage, right? Also, my wife is due, in a month and a half or so. So, just counting down the days till I'll be very very busy. Until then, I think I'm trying to like further the deck as much as I can. But I similar to our first kid. This is our second one. We're having a girl, but similar to the first one, I suspect I'll be busy for a few months, and then hopefully before Eternal Weekend rolls around, I'll be able to, similar to last time, help put help work on the deck to put a few players into the top eight. Notably, last time was a success in 2023 because despite having similar timeline in terms of with baby, we still were able to put Cass in the top four, and then also before that, Simon in the top four. So they're flipping Tamio. Interesting. Oh, they're gonna grow Tamio. I see. So we're gonna cast our Y here. Maybe they can force or something. I don't know. We'll do this way, and then keep reclaimer up. It's awkward because they can target our reclaimer. Um, so there's argument to just like spam the whole board. I think we want to draw that wasteland because they can waste us if they want to, anyways. It's times like this where I'm kind of glad that I'm playing a reclaimer as another one drop. Like you, this deck is like pretty low to the curve, and reclaimer is pretty good against these tempo decks. Not perfect, obviously, but 3/4 body's big. And I tap this way because you don't want to expose yourself to wasteland until you have to, right? Like they waste you, they force you to make a move. They probably target the reclaimer here. So they double waste us here. It is what it is. funny thing is, a wasteland on the tundra might force their hand, but but if they do that, yeah, it is. Like I'm debating whether to get. If they waste us here, they're gonna waste us again. But like I don't think we care. I think Cradle's the one thing they have to answer that we don't mind them answering. If that makes sense. Because the minute they waste us, then we can get the wasteland out. And if they don't have a second land, then we go after the tundra. If they have another land, then getting a wasteland is kind of bad here. So I'm trying to plan like 2 turns in advance, which is why I think this version is like kind of hard to play. Reclaimer has always been a very difficult to play card to play though, for what that's worth. In the context of this, because you're managing an aggro plan that's kind of weak, I would say, but the combo plan and the prison slash like grind plan. We tanked on the Cradle, so that might give them heads up what we're trying to do. But what was I gonna say? We tanked on the Cradle, so that might give them heads up what we're gonna do. But there's a world where we're not supposed to expose the second wasteland. Just go and tap the and sacrifice the Bayou instead. That might be correct actually because that doesn't expose ourselves to a wasteland. Oh, what are they doing? They're just gonna let everything go. Okay. I think I'm gonna do this. Just, like I'm not playing around Wrathless guys here. Like if they have it, they have it, and then we leave Reclaimer up. See, they waste us here. They force me to react with the Reclaimer, so maybe I should have tapped the other way. But I wanted to leave the black mana in case I drew like another Wild Reliquary. That's the logic behind it. But maybe that's a moot point because if I have to tap this anyways, then I can't have Reclaimer up. So that's maybe a mistake. In fact, it was a mistake, not maybe. There's this Tamio has gotten zero value for them yet, for what it's worth. They've made three clue tokens that they have not been able to cash in on, and they know something's going on, right? Like we had the setup now. I don't think we care. The one mistake is leaving the bio exposed to force a reaction because maybe it doesn't matter here, but they could like waste us, force Reclaimer to react, and then blink out the white. And but luckily we have the second Reclaimer here so that we can't block profitably. So small sequencing mistake by me here that may or may not punish me. We'll see. If they go after the wasteland on me, then they punish me. But like I said, my logic, which was flawed, was I wanted to cast a Wild Reliquary off the Once Upon a Time. But if I do that, Reclaimer's down anyways in terms of a Reclaimer's down from an activation standpoint. if I do that. Again, like I said, this is Reclaimer in this Cradle shell has always been one of the more sequencing intensive cards. Maybe I think in the history of the deck personally. Like it's the one deck version that I think was very difficult to play was the Reclaimer Cleanse version for similar reasons. We can't attack, sure, I don't really care. Okay, don't think we care. So I'm gonna pitch. I think the let me see. What do I want to pitch here? The birds keeps up Atraxa. Thank you for the gift. To Hatjacks. Think here we tap. I think the birds and we'll deal with it later. Here we're gonna get the bossing say to start taking over the game. It's awkward for them because we have Reclaimer up. I think the game might be over. Oof, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Game might be over. Question here is like, what am I getting? I don't think there's any reason to do it now. We want to keep one Reclaimer up. Let's do it like this. And bash for a lot. Yeah. Okay. They know we got some soft lock here now. Now here was really nice because we had the second bossing so at all time, right? Hey May, how's it going? Like it allows to us to now start picking our opponent apart. I actually don't like Wasteland against these tempo decks. It's counterintuitive. Long story short, I just don't think that's what we want to be doing. I think it helps them more than it helps us. Um, the question is like, this is usually a Wrath of the Skies kind of deck. Um, Obviously they're very tempo oriented. Like, I don't think Invigorate's where we're at. Maybe one Wasteland just because we don't have anything better. Actually, Snuff Out is probably decent. One of the draw. Um, they do have hate bears. I don't mind like two Snuff Outs, and then like just split the Snuff Out and the Thoughtseize so that we split split the Snuff Out and the Thoughtseize because then we don't get a scenario where like they're both bad. For instance, I think I like the him because this tends to be very attrition based. Maybe because they're a wasteland, like maybe just two Snuff Out, three Thoughtseize. I don't mind that. Again, I don't like wasteland against. Oops, I kept it a wasteland. But that's okay. It's not big deal at the end of the day. They are sometimes a Caracas deck though, so that Wasteland does have some value at least. So I forgot about that aspect. I think they do play one Caracas. So we have an out. Don't hate it. Speaking of the devil, they didn't answer with. Usually these white decks they try to leave removal for they try to leave removal for why the reliquary. We're just gonna jam. They have it like the containment freeze here. I don't think they keep them days for what it's worth. Like the strategy that I've noticed out of these white decks, I have a long time ago. The problem with it is it doesn't do anything by itself. So what was I gonna? I forgot what I was gonna say. But oh, these white decks tend to try to like bait you into um Wrath of the Skies. Sometimes we have no other lines, but in general, I noticed that they tend to hold their removal for our threats, which is the opposite of I think what tempo decks usually do, which is like they should be answering our dorks because the mana advantage is huge. Yeah, see, like they're gonna just do nothing here. Well, they're probably gonna swords the Wide of the Reliquary, and then if they have the Wrath of Skies, they will play it on three. But again, our line cannot really do anything about that, right? They're probably gonna wrath here. I don't know. Oh, a long time ago. I haven't really thought about it much lately. That's annoying. Mm, I think we just jam here. Sure. Unfortunately, we're one off the stifle. Sorry, one off casting the gap. They're gonna wrap the skies here. Yeah, see, it's still one for one, so I'm not too. One turn late. Take the dog. There's an argument to be made. We're supposed to like not run the wrath there into not run the natural order into the rafter, but and just set up um, talon gates or bossing say, but that's neither here nor there. That's bad for us now because we can't get to Gak. Actually, having drawn Gak, I think we're supposed to not do it. I think it was probably correct to not run the natural order there. So my misplay there. That's the worst possible draw. Sure, I guess. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised. I'm probably supposed to play this slower and just like ride the boxing stage to victory. Ooh, we getting two cards here. Yeah, see, the stuff out here is like very awkward. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I forget. Why did they only draw one? I'm confused. Why did they only draw one? Mm, then we'll pass. I thought they should have. Oh, because I snuffed out with it on snack. On stack. Got it. That's fine. We can start to waste them. That might be the play here. It's very grindy. I don't. I definitely did not play this correctly. I should have played it a lot slower than I did. Okay. any? What am I trying to get out here if I do that? I don't think there's anything I really want. I'll just keep the creature for mana. Why do they get priority again? Actually, it probably just stores that. I would guess they have it. How many swords are they? They went to three swords already, so they probably don't have it. Now, if they have a Caracas, that would be annoying. If they don't have it, they're on one turn clock. Okay. Maybe no. That's overthinking. I think. I was gonna say maybe the line there was to target my own reclaimer to play around Wrath of the Skies. Sure. Yeah, I definitely should have won this game a lot easier, and all I had to do was just play a little slower because it's like very telegraphed when they have Wrath of the Skies, and I just need to just grind away. They're not gonna put pressure on me. They drew all four swords though. That's crazy. Oops. I guess I ran out. Yeah, like I said, I think they don't have any pressure. What I'm supposed to do is just set up the lands and force him to cast Wrath of the Skies. There was like really no reason to rush. I think we should still be favored game three. Um, there's no Clarion Conqueror. I actually don't like Snuff Out. I think the information is worth more. So no Snuff Out. I think I just want the him and all the discard spells, and then that's it. Call it a day. Just like him their hand apart. Oh, I'm very tempted to keep this, but I don't think I can. This is already a mulligan, and potentially doesn't do anything. Why can I never have like reasonable hands? I don't like Safekeeper when I've already mulliganed. I can't cast that, so that's easy. It sort of feels like maybe the Arbor. It rarely happens. That's like the minority case right now. Oh, they're gonna swords me. Actually, if they want to kill something, I'd rather they kill this. Actually, let's do that. They priest me here. We're in trouble. Well, I guess I have to. Very awkward for sequencing. Ugh, this is the same card. That is obnoxious. I don't remember what was the first hand. I thought it was bad. It's very awkward here. 7/7 flyer might win. Yeah. This. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Actually, I messed up. Should not have done that. Maybe they just like go after my mana here. Like they stifle the trigger again. They stifle here. I guess we force out the stifle, right? And then we'll pass. They can't blink the Atraxa. Oh, they're gonna stifle it. Stifle's like insane against us too, which is annoying. It's pretty good. I guess we could have been attacking with the exalted flyer. Did not play it perfectly this game. Might get punished. Like I said, I probably should slow roll it now that I think about it because if they don't have any pressure, I should just not cast natural order, just like wait till Thoughtseize or something. I don't know. I took your suggestion and I feel like that was not the correct decision. It yeah. Now I think we're screwed. This is really aggravating because they have like 3 minutes left on the clock, but that's okay. I You live and learn. I think we should have definitely won game two. Game three, more five. I don't think. Okay, going back to that first hand, it was double gack, and if they swords my turn one play, those two gacks are dead for a while. This is a little bit different than playing against a Demir deck because your graveyard is usually not fast enough to turn it on early. and I don't think I would keep that 6. It's like pretty bad, but I don't know. I think the more of the story is just like if they don't have any pressure on you, just expected them to have just expect them to have Wrath of the Skies, and I think we win game 2 easily if I just play slower. But better to learn that here than later on. I'm not too concerned though. Like I said, I think in the future I should be more prepared. We take the land. I'm pretty sure 4 C's is correct. I think ever since like I if I knew for sure they were on Doomsday, I thought C's there, but there's a world where we just lose to if they're tempo, and I'm gonna play like I don't know what they're on. I think it's better practice to not like look at your opponent. Turn to white with no creatures though. Keep that in mind. Ye- So there's a world where, or they waste us, we just lose too, right? I don't know how many wastelands they have, but there's a world there where if we waste, we lose. And a cradle on that board state, I believe that was is like kind of close to a mole too. This is what I get for like not assuming what my opponent's on. They had a force anyway, so I guess it maybe didn't even matter. Really you just have to play clean in my opinion, and I didn't play optimally game 2, so that's on me. Like I win that game easily, like I said, if I just know from a macro perspective I don't need to rush. I don't know. To me, that looked like a 5 personally because the gags are not online until a lot later. Like that that particular hand, the gag is not gonna be on for a while. So that's why to me, I saw a 5 card hand. No endurance here hurts, but I think any better. I feel like our better Doomsday player would have killed me already there. I don't know what they're waiting for. Like I'm gonna lose here, not because I have endurance, but well, yes, because I don't have endurance, but I think a more experienced Doomsday player would have won there. I think so. I think I got punished for being aggressive, and I think there was no reason to be aggressive there. What's going on? What is going on? I feel like if I took the whack line of yes, and I won't be doing it again. I played it because people begged me to, and regretted it. Like if I took the whack line of just playing like safekeeper and just like sacrificing all my lands, that would have got there. I don't know what's going on. Now I'm gonna lose to some shoddy play from my opponent here. Yeah, that makes no sense what my opponent did. Like I should have won because they should have lost. If that makes sense. But I should lose in general against a better pilot. Don't need a second bossing say. I forgot how I boarded. Maybe I just keep it as a land. Yeah, it looks like I did. Invigorate might be interesting here. I just boarded it. I my guess is my philosophy is gonna be very different than most pilots. So I don't. I think it's gonna be not fruitful to discuss this. I don't know. maybe I should not have kept this either. One, I don't really want to play Wasteland. That's number one. Two, a four drop that doesn't always win. Like that's major strikes against it, in my opinion. We should have paid attention to their pile. See what's see. Yeah, I like Ramanat better than Ice Tail because the one mana matters when you really want it. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's the only reason why I'm playing like some number right now. I really don't want to play Wasteland to be honest. I should have checked their pile the game one, but I did not. So I'm like getting distracted here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna agree. So like I just based on previous conversations I've kind of entertained in the past with others about I just I think it's not worth anybody's time to discuss this. I don't think Mole is like great. So we're already operating from different premises. I should have maybe named polluted Delta too. There's only one, two, three, four. Actually, never mind. Take that back. I'm flooding hard here, so maybe I should not have kept this. if I had any creature, but maybe that was a mulligan. I can buy that I messed up there. Not that it wouldn't matter because I had no creatures anyways. I'm doing a terrible job of multitasking right now. Not playing very well. No, it's um a combination of me being bad at multitasking and just having not streamed in a while. And then this version is a very hard to play too because Reclaimer the sequencing is intensive to say the least. Another four land hand. What do we beat in the first round? I don't remember. Potion. Oh, oops. All right, let's try to tighten up our play. Like we're playing so poorly right now. I get a little antsy when my opponent appears to be like lagging a little bit. I just realized too I effed up. Like I kept a one lander. Like, what am I doing? We're gonna get punished. I should have put the Thoughtseize back, or actually the Sylvan Safekeeper back. Yeah. Oh god. Okay. 3, 4. They're just one short. We don't have bog main, do I think? Yeah, we don't. We have to bluff. We can potentially waste them out of the game, though. That is the thing. That's actually really funny. We don't even need a bluff. My line here was to might be too slow. Yeah, it's probably too slow. It's funny. Yeah, I think Reclaimer is really good. It's just like a one drop that has game late. No bossing say here. No talent gates. Ley line. Fairy. Cut the gax. What did we lose to? Oh, we lost to Doomsday. I feel like I'm supposed to keep that hand though. We just drew really poorly the second game. Game one, I also, assumed that I don't know what my opponent on just for better practice. Kicking myself really for the. We have to keep because we only have two turn zero hate. Not that it would have mattered. But I wish they would just ban this deck already. Jeez. Like win or lose is not fun for me. Like the games just decks just play themselves. It's the it's the closest I feel to coin flipping. Who they targeting me? Sure. It'll be hilarious here if we get it off the Once Upon a Time. Do they have that one thing? Doesn't look like they have it. The tech. I forgot what it's called. Nope, didn't hit. Concede. Again, game actions don't really matter. I took one relevant game action. Two if you count the mulligans. And it's a stretch to call once upon a time in response to a game action or like a relevant decision. It's like a forced play, if you ask me. Hmm. Who are we gonna raid later? TMNT draft. I'll probably do that later. If nothing else, Reclaimers look good today. It plays very well against interaction, and being a one drop is just really nice. I don't think I wanted the like Safekeeper because we only really have one premium threat we want to protect, which is the Wild Reliquary. If they want to kill our Reclaimer, I don't think we care like most of the time. Not to mention, Safekeeper plays poorly into sweepers. My opponent is taking a while. Four Reclaimers here with no other game plan really. We know they have Lila and Sanctity, so that kind of changes how we play. I don't think we can mold to that. Yeah, I thought they would do that, which is why I didn't go aggressively on my keeps. How funny. Thank goodness. Don't tell me they play the wrong land by accident. They don't have black now. vomit my hand. How many cabal? Multiple, I guess. Oh, they do have the memories journey. I think I hit it now. I have to target the Oracle. Targeting Dread Return doesn't do anything here. And I think because they can do it in response. I think I hit the bridge. Actually, oh, I messed up. I messed up. Ugh. I'm supposed to hit the Dread Return. I messed up. Okay, I won't be making that mistake again. I'm supposed to hit the Oh my god, that's bad. I just realized they can Cabal Therapy themselves. Put the Oracle back down, and then actually they might not have enough creatures though. Because where's their Poxwalkers? Am I missing something? Do they just not? Okay, sure. Guess they have to go for that line. Collective Oof wins the game. Hmm. How funny. Wasteland, I don't think does anything on this board state. The boss thing say doesn't also doesn't do anything on this board state. I'm just doing this to grow the reclaimer for additional damage. I have lethal this turn, so I think we're gonna get there because they're playing a suboptimal list. Right? Because this is 12. Yeah, we have lethal. Fair Macaw won the game. How funny. So despite not playing any graveyard hate or very minimal, we're 2-0 against Oops today, presumably. Ugh. Oh, they drew the Poxwalkers. How crazy is that? Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom. Be right back. Here's my list for tonight. Goblin King. My dog wants to join us. I think I know what I need to do with this deck. I think the mana base I'm okay about. The combo problem is probably still there, unfortunately. Because I think setting up Wasteland with Bossing Say is not gonna be like based on the games I've observed, it's still not gonna be. It's not gonna get there on time. Three graveyard decks today, just fun times. Although I don't mind Reanimator as much. We don't even have Reclaimer main. I mean, I hit Bog main, which is funny. So we're like priced. We can't even like go for the Reclaimer line, even if we think they're on it. They have it. They have it. They put a shallow grave, so they must have it, right? It would have, but like you don't know your opponent's on it until it's too late, anyways. That's my logic at least. Oh, they have tainted intelligence. Wow, they can unmask themselves here, and then if they have a ritual. Oh, they're burning brainstorm too. Interesting. Very interesting. The mana doesn't seem great to me, but that's neither here nor there. Actually, that's not true. They have a reanimate in their hand. Maybe they unmask me. I don't know. We can actually beat an Atraxa, like depending what else they do. Yeah. If we have Gristlebrand in play, that we can't. But like that's this is kind of funny. Okay, I guess we'll pass. They're running force to it. That's kind of crazy, actually. This seems to be kind of greedy, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, what did they take? Now we're actually in a game here. Unmask Griswold Underground Sea Indulgence. Unmask. Not Shallow Grave. Yeah, that's. They unmask that? I mean, they take that? I guess it's relevant. Oof, that's actually kind of annoying. Okay. we're so close. Of all the things, we're missing a black mana. Actually, we otherwise we have it. Yeah. They unmasked us. Did they just pass? We might. Well, that's probably not true. They're probably gonna loot and then put Gristlebrand. And in that event, we'll probably lose. We have no choice. It's a forced play. The irony of that is we can still technically block the Atraxa. Like I technically could have just like pitched the birds, phase out the Gak for more life, but like they have a reanimate. Sure. I don't think they know that we have an Atraxa. They're probably in natural order. It's gotta be that, right? No graveyard he made is probably an error. So something to keep in mind. Also debatable if we really need the second boss Sensei. Like obviously it was good for that one game, but I'm starting to get that impression. Maybe we just forego it. Hmm. Yeah, we have everything we need. I think I take that and dot seize them just in case they have a reanimation spell. They attack, we insta block. That is a given. We gained life from the Atraxa, and I think we probably stabilize. We had them locked. Like the all the other components to lock them out are in place, even without Bog right now. Like with Bossing Say, Talon Gates, and enough mana, and then we can play our own Gak too. Yeah, that's scary. It's a forced play. I think we have to do that. I don't think milling here does anything, and it leaves us. Actually, let's do that because I can get the Gak online. One, two, 3, 4. Is that right? Hmm, let's get rid of that. It's like very grindy. Oh, the Archon is scary there. Oh, luckily they don't have it. Thank goodness. Oh my god. Oh, they given a full information now. Like I think we just have straight up lethal. Is that right? Oh, we can bossing say a second time. Beat I don't think they played the best for what it's worth, but we beat a Traxa. How am I winning all these graveyard games without like Bog? It's kind of crazy. I don't think I need a second one. Talent Gates is like useful. I don't. Wasteland actually, because their greedy mana base might be relevant here. Him. Yeah, it's just like I've played this matchup enough where like you you familiarize yourself with some certain board states, and it just kind of looked like if they don't kill us pretty quickly, the Wild Reliquary is just gonna take over the game, and it did. I don't think we need anything else for the sideboard. Like I don't think we need a second Wasteland. Like the Pithing Needle, like for Gristlebrand, I don't think that's worth it. And they reanimate our Gak, but I think they're doing that. They're probably gonna lose. Oh my god, I boarded this in by accident, but it was a mistake. The good thing is like I don't think anything here would have been relevant. Maybe the buzzing say it was just another land drop, but I don't think so. Just him might get a chance to do some work here. Ugh, missed. Didn't hit their show and tell with the creature. Guess him can still miss. That's true. Yeah, they're on the show and tell plan now, and I don't love. They put their tracks in their graveyard. That can only mean they already have a fatty in their hand, or they really need the show the to find the show and tell first. Any creature we can cast a Gak now. Sure. I guess that slows us down. Ironically enough, this member is now suddenly relevant. I want to be able to cast Gag. I don't want to screw that up. I know this member values. It's not really, but kind of. I think that's game. They have to have show and tell like right now. And the way they've been digging, I don't think they have it. What am I trying to find here? This is a board state I think where the Badger Mole is like actually it doesn't even do anything. It just gives me an extra pitch if anything. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see what they do. Do I do it now? Probably not. Might change the decision on what they get off the attraction. So they do have it. It's not gonna matter, I don't think. Might as well do it now. All right, we beat all the graveyard decks, which is funny. Even though we didn't, we only played one ley line. It's already 12 o'clock here. I don't think I'm gonna continue more, but I think the big takeaway was there's a couple, I guess. Um, do we really need a second bossing say? Like it came up once where it was nice to have the second copy, but like maybe that's not needed. The problem is like if we don't have the second copy and they waste us, Reclaimer gets a whole lot weaker. Now, there's still some value in just like getting talent gates and having that up, or getting multiple cradles in a row, or just or whatnot. Um, my impression of it is it's gonna be too slow against Planar Nexus. And Wasteland's nice. Like if your opponent stumbles, I feel like in those games we probably win anyways. Like the matchup where I really want Wasteland, I think, is if my opponent has a Caracas, then it turns on Gag. That's probably the one use. I feel like that, and or sometimes they don't play around it and it's kind of narrow. But besides that, I my impression is it's gonna be too slow. Now you can argue the first copy is nice because if they don't play around it, then they get got, so to speak. But like I said, my impression is it's gonna be too slow outside of handling the Caracas. It would have been, but then you have to play like a land that's kind of shaky, right? And if they have remove for your white or their reclaimer, then Emily is just you down a card, so to speak, right? That's kind of my impression. And it's almost as if I feel like we play the minimum package. We play if they have the wasteland when we want it, then we live with it. Like that is my kind of impression at the moment with the bossing. Say maybe it's okay, like if we forego wasteland for instance, but D and T is like one matchup where I would probably want it. Um, they did go after my lands for what it's worth, so it's nice to have the second copy. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I can see like foregoing the wasteland just period because I hate the card. I don't think it like helps us really. Like how many of those matches where did it really do anything? Like even against the Ooze player, I had two of them and just didn't. The game didn't really matter. Um, it is so I let's go deck building because that's my favorite part, right? Oops. I don't know. I'm a noted wasteland hater. I almost want to just like forego this. Maybe keep that because that and like talent gates is pretty strong. Like maybe this is like juiced, right? Um, just cut this, cut this. Maybe play the bog main. Would have been nice there. Uh, Although we beat our graveyard decks without it, so I mean, take that for whatever that's worth. I do think we need a plan against player next. I don't think we can just concede that matchup. Like, it's too popular to just concede. Now, one way I've gone around it, the him was actually fine, ironically enough, is to play the Wasteland into the Magus plan. I almost think that might be better than because to me, setting a Wasteland log with Bossing Say is slow, and I like realistically speaking, I don't think it gets there against Planar Nexus because you have to kind of have it on time. The good thing is we do have space. If we don't play him, we move the Collector Oof to the sideboard. And especially if we move the ball, well, ball was nice there, but we won anyways. But I don't know if that's just being a prisoner of the moment. Maybe it's just worth it to have. Like I can see doing. Actually, I think I want the invigorate anyways. Like the invigorate's kind of decent against. Although a second Phenarzen would be pretty nice. So I can like just be pre-boarded against Demir. Play two Phenars, and I don't even have it right now, but two Phenars in, play a Magus on the side, and then figure it out from there. I think that's kind of how I like it. Like, I don't think we just can just concede that matchup, so to speak. Also, Phenars it makes it a little more dangerous too, like and less reliant on bossing. Say maybe this is just gas right here. We just have a 11th fetch. Although, like Reclaimer gets notably weaker if we do it that, but maybe it's fine. Like I can see something like this. Have better mana, two Fiend Artisan, one Magus. What am I missing here? One Magus, and it's like two other random like haymakers. All right. Anybody have any questions for me? That's kind of how where I'm at the moment. Like realistically speaking, I just don't think the Wasteland's gonna get there against the. I don't think the Wasteland's gonna get there against Planar Nexus. It just didn't seem like Wasteland was cutting it. Period. Anyways, right? Like I can see the one of just scare people. Like it'll be a blowout every once in a while, but even against the Doomsday player, like they just navigated around it, right? So makes me like really not like it. Okay. Anybody have any questions for me? I think this looks like I said a lot like the other deck that I played not too long ago. Except it has the Fiend Artisan package. It's like the Avengers, right? We're just assembling the whole team, getting the whole band back together. So it looks like this, but no Fierce Empit and Collector to the sideboard. Reasonable, I guess. I don't know about that. I'm not a layer person at the moment. I just think this is too much stronger. Per, like personally, didn't feel like I needed Badger or anything like that. Didn't seem like that was what this deck was missing. It just seemed like I just needed bombs, right? Like low curve, like I'm playing all the one drops that's possible, like with bossing say lock, and then just like maybe a Phenars and like mini package to like, get Magus or whatnot. No, I don't think so. I think it's like low impact, and I don't like that it gives a card back. So like it can really backfire. It seems like it can really backfire. I think the key is you just play the minimum against fair because you think you're gonna win that anyways. Like assuming we build our deck right, and you just like maximum anti combo cards. Like, I think this list I feel really good about the energy matchup, for instance. So we play Magus here from Phenars, and I don't know what other combo we would want against. Like show and tell. What do we want against show and tell? Like what is that card? Uh, we can play one Magus and then one the white card, the Thrall. I forgot what it's called. The white Thrall, the 2-drop. Seems pretty decent against them. Doorkeeper Thrall, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. And then yeah, one extra spot. Based on tonight, man, Leyline looked like it would have been pretty good. Like three matchups tonight. Granted, one of them probably has show and tell like pivot, but that seemed like it's Archon's nice, but we didn't even play against Storm tonight. I mean, I know like Tony Scapone, good friend of the program. We haven't done a podcast in a while, but I know he won with Epic Storm recently. I feel like we're just gonna punt that matchup. Like I don't think we can realistically beat them. If that makes sense. I think second ley line is like kind of nice, right? If we're gonna go with that. Any thoughts on the my card as a 2-mana hate bear? The problem is it's only hate bear really against Storm, like nothing else, in my opinion. It being a I forgot the term for it. If you don't actually stop your opponent, like this is why I don't like Bowmasters, by the way. If you don't actually stop your opponent from doing the thing, it's potentially still a liability. All right, let's go ahead and raid Terry Sang. Thank you everyone for hanging out tonight. Actually, there's a charity event. I don't know if it's no. Let's go Terry. Yeah, that's fine. Thanks. Yeah, I think we learned a lot tonight. I think as much as I would love to play the Wasteland, it feels like it just doesn't address the problems of the deck. And then we can just have like a better mana base, 21 lands. It's just like flooding out all over the place tonight. All right, thank you everyone for hanging out.